Hello everybody, here I am a day late on the 1010 portal, but either way, we are still in the 1010 portal. The 1010 portal keeps going until we get to the 1111 portal, so it's okay. And today is 1011, so we got the 111, so definitely seeing new beginnings happening. We're going to discuss 1010 because I myself have been seeing it as a repeating number, so I know a lot of you guys have probably been also receiving it as a repeating number. There's a few numbers that have been repeating, but we'll get into all that in a minute. Let me just see here. Hi everybody, let me wave. Okay, so it's been a doozy since 9/9. It's been a doozy for me myself. It's been a difficult process of trying to get myself motivated to do things. I'm not sure what the energy is with that, but I'm just gonna get into this reading. Okay, so let's talk about 1010. Now, in numerology, of course, I see number 10 as, a lot of people see it as the perfect number, right? From 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 10. 10 to me is the phoenix. It is the phoenix rising from the ashes. It is going through the numbers, all the numbers, getting to that 9, that level up, that graduation, and being reborn. Being reborn with new knowledge, new wisdom, new understanding of things. So that is when I start seeing 1010. But it's also the exiting of the matrix as well. So if you think about binary code, computer systems, 10101010, that's all, it's all binary. And it's almost like it's a reflection, like realizing, okay, so if I am indeed in a matrix, that means I can code it however I want. I can command the process to however I want. So it is a reminder of manifestation as well. The 1 representing new beginnings, a new start, also representing independence, representing leadership as well. So let me see here. Hi everybody. Okay, so get back to it. Leadership, originality, so original ideas, uniqueness, and unity, oneness, right? Connected. I am you, you are me, we are all part of the one flower of life, right? We're all an offshoot of this flower. We are all connected. And then we get 0, right? 0 is 0 point. That is when you it's almost to me like after you passed away, you reach that 0 point where you kind of go through a life review, and all these lessons are presented to you to kind of not judge them, but give you a sense of awareness for how far you have come. So when I start seeing 000, that's the universe saying, okay, you have leveled up, you're at the 0 point. Now look back. So it gives me a time frame to look back on the past 9 years, the past year, whatever the repeating sequence is. So 0 is that 0 point, that feeling, it's almost that 5D, that feeling like, is this real? Is this heaven? It's magical to me. It's circular. So, and it's also representing an angel with a halo on its side. So it's that connection to the angel realm, the spirit realm. And when I see that, it's that very strong connection to spirit. When I see that one, when I see 444, I think of foresight, right? But when I see 000, I think of mediumship abilities, somebody who can connect to the spirit realm. And a lot of people think that, as my throat is clearing, a lot of people think that the spirit realm, they think of the show The Ghost Whisperer, right? And they think that the ghost, it appears to you, and in some cases it does. It appears in an apparitional form, almost as sometimes as a hologram. But in most cases, it's the universe speaking to you in a certain way. So, when I connect with people, I see repeating synchronicities that remind me of that person. Or I will, in my head, I will see a person, let's say I have a friend named Nick, right? And I'm reading for somebody. My friend Nick will pop in my head, and I will say, do you know a Nick? And they will say yes, blah, 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 and it'll mean something to them. So this is you understanding how your intuition works and how it plays out, so you can start to understand it a little bit more. When I first started becoming intuitive, I thought the universe wanted me to contact that person, and I would be like, are you doing okay? But most times it was, this is the way that my brain is processing that name, so I can speak it out loud. Okay, so 1010, and then so 1 + 1 is 2, so partnerships, spiritual partnerships. So coming together to start something new with spiritual, like-minded individuals, right? Let's see who we got here. Okay, so coming together with like-minded individuals to start something new, a new spiritual path, a new spiritual journey. And let's see, so we were at 5, so it's a 21 year, so 5, 6, 7, so all about faith, which is interesting because one of the songs that came through was by Faith No More, and it came through at number 7. So number 7 is all about, it's about truth, it's about faith, it's about having faith in I don't want to say a higher power than you, but having faith in yourself, right? Having faith in the universe, that it will provide for you all the things that you need. So having faith, but it's also about truth and speaking your truth. And I always tell people truth without kindness or tact is cruelty. So in the process of I'm just speaking my truth and I am being my truth, you have to always remember to be kind and tactful. Is that worth saying? Is that going to hurt somebody's feelings? Well, you know, it's the art of communication, right? Being able to manipulate your words in a way that it does not come off like you're an asshole. Okay, so we're going to talk about the repeating number sequences that I was seeing. So of course, you know, 111 and 222 were coming through a lot. Let's see here. Beep, beep. Waving at everybody. Okay, so 422 was a repeating number that kept coming through. So any type of 4 was coming through. So 4, 31, 13, 22, but especially 13, 31, 31, 13, and 422. So what is 4? 4, well, like I was saying, it's about foresight. So seeing things before they happen. The more that I understand my intuition, I see it as a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. So I see things 24 to 48 hours before they happen. And it doesn't have to be big events. It can be little things like in my head, I'm seeing a bunch of apples, and then the next day there's apples everywhere. So it's about learning to understand when you see the 444, it's the foresight opening up, learning to understand it. It's also the master teacher, 22, right? 22 is all about teaching what you know. So like how I'm sharing this knowledge with you guys are also, if you're seeing 22, are being asked to step into your teaching. You're the master teacher. You have knowledge and wisdom that you can share with others. Don't hoard it. And this is an interesting thing about that, is that I think this whole month I haven't even really wanted to record anything. I think that I keep seeing on TikTok and on YouTube and on Instagram just an oversaturation of readers, which I think is great. Everybody's stepping into their intuition and their power, but it almost has me feeling like, well, maybe what I have to say somebody's already said it. So why do I have to say it if it's already being said by somebody else? So because a lot of us are channeling from the same source, so we're channeling a lot of the same information. And so I think sometimes I get a little bit discouraged about jumping on here and sharing, because it's like, well, somebody's already said it. Why do I have to say it? But there are some things that pop up that resonate with a lot of people, and I think that's why I continue to do the monthlies, because not only because I need to let it out, but it's because I know that there's something that I'm going to say that somebody needs to hear. So let's see here. Okay, so 422, the master teacher, but also 2 is also, again, about partnerships. So building a solid foundation with a team. A lot of times we feel like we need to do it ourselves. We can do it ourselves. We can do it alone. We don't need any help. But teamwork makes the dream work, right? Yes, you can do things by yourself, but when it requires you to have a partner, it's great to be able to work with others. Collaborations. I'm hearing collaborations. I know that a lot of mediums that do work, they collaborate with each other. And I think that's great, because so, you know, when a person's picking up on something and another person's picking up on something, and when you put them together, the picture becomes clearer, and the picture is painted faster when you have 2 people working on a project together, right? So think of efficiency. I'm seeing it like you'll be more efficient if you're able to ask for help, or if you're able to work with others. Magic is created with 2 or more people. So think about it that way as well. You can do magic alone, but something about just heightening that with another person. So magic, a lot of magic was coming through. A lot of magic always comes through. I got like my hair sticking out. A lot of magic is coming through. And so I think it was on Saturday, I had, before I get into the songs, before I get into the cards, on Saturday, I got in my car. I was going to Westlake Village for a friend's art show, and a charity auction art show. And I got in my car, and immediately my car, it wouldn't start. But eventually I got it to start. And then the first song that played at 111 was Warning by Incubus. And sometimes the song has a deeper symbolism, but sometimes it's just that, warning. And then at that moment, I noticed my engine light, and I was like, oh shit. But I was like, fuck, I gotta get there. Okay, I've canceled on my friend a couple times already, and I was like, no, I have to get there. So I have 30 minutes into the drive, my car just kept stalling, and it kept stalling in the fast lane. So I was like, it's a danger for me, it's a danger for others. So I pulled over, got it to the side of the road, and eventually made it back home. And when I got home, my sister was here, and I got lucky because she got home from work early, and she said, oh, I'll take you. And she drove me 2 hours to Westlake Village. So I was very grateful. And I think it was the process of me letting go of the outcome. When the car stalled and everything, I said, fuck it. Okay, well, whatever, I'm not going to go. So I let it go. So letting go, relinquishing control. This is a big thing that's been happening. Relinquishing control. A lot of people are holding on to control. They feel, if you see the world crumbling around you, you hold on to things. A lot of conspiracy theories, and I used to be the biggest conspiracy theorist. I used to even have a little website about conspiracies, right? But when I had my awakening, I was shown a lot of things, and a lot of the times the conspiracies lead you further away from the truth, further away from unity, and further away from oneness. So I was kind of shown that, and after that, I pretty much deleted my page, my website. So it's about, the truth is inside of you. The truth is not going to be anything that you find online. The truth is not going to be anything that any blog post, any whatever. Yes, there are remnants of truth, but the truth will always be inside of you. So that's where you'll find the answers. That's where you're going to find the truth. And this process of that is letting go of control of what is happening around you, and just letting go and saying, okay, I'm going to go with the flow. And when you go with the flow, the universe is saying, yes, now you're letting go. And now the tightness around your wrist is releasing, because you're letting that rope go, and things are going to start flowing easier and better for you. Magic happens when you let go of the outcome, right? When you let go of how is it going to happen? How is it going to come to me? Okay. So here we go. We're going to get into this. Like I was saying, it was 10-9, and then on 10-10, it was just a weird, strange day yesterday. I really wanted to record, and then I just didn't record. For whatever reason, I just felt like it wasn't my day to record. I knew that a lot of readers were already recording yesterday, so I just was like, I'm just going to wait. And if I get the feeling tomorrow, I will record it, and here I am. So here I am. So we're going to get into the songs, because they're very, very synchronistic. I actually was thinking of just doing songs today. And I think I'm just going to go with my intuition and how I feel, and we're just going to go with it. So the first song that came through, before I get to that, Ra. I have to talk about Ra, and I have to talk about the sun god, because this has been coming through a lot. So extremely, like every license plate is Ra. Sun god here and there. A lot of Egyptian energy is coming through, so you guys are experiencing a lot of Egyptian energy. I was getting a repeating band, Sugar Ray, and I didn't understand what that meant, right? I was like, Sugar Ray, what about Sugar Ray? Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray the band. Looking at all the members of the band, I was looking at the songs, but then I realized that Ra is also Ray, R-E, pronounced Ray. So Ray coming through, Ra coming through, the sun god coming through, this solar energy, a lot of solar energy. I'm seeing something coming out of the sun. So something is coming out of the sun. I'm almost like seeing the portal. I've seen this before, and I'm seeing it again, this portal coming through, something coming through the sun. So I'm hearing the sun god is returning. Okay, so we're going to start, so that might come through in the cards, just wanted to discuss it here. Okay, so we're going to start with the first song. It was, this was interesting, because another thing that was coming through was Bruce Wayne, Batman. I literally, before this reading, I posted in my story a little Batman, because a lot of hero stuff was coming through, and so Batman came through, Bruce Wayne. And April Fools by Rufus Wainwright came through. So Wayne again. So Bruce Wayne. It's gonna make sense. April Fools. You will believe in love and all that it's supposed to be. Yes, you will believe in love. So the song is about believing in love, having faith in love. So a lot of people get jaded in the process of you know, breakups and all this stuff, and they get jaded and they don't think that true love exists and all that stuff. So and this is not just about romantic love. This is about unity, oneness, right? Love in a universal sense, not just romantic love. So this is a beautiful song. And April Fools, right? Sometimes we think, is this a joke? You meet somebody that you have a connection with, you're like, okay, is this April Fools? Especially when you're having the awakening, like you almost feel like, is this the Truman Show? Is this really happening? Is everybody in on this one big universal joke? Is this on me? And you almost feel like you are Truman from the Truman Show. That is the awakening that's how my awakening process was. I almost didn't feel like anything was real. So Rufus Wainwright, April Fools. Oh, what a shame that your pockets, they bleed on St. Valentine's, and you sat in a chair thinking, boy, I'm such a prince. Let's see. Goes from February on. So April Fools. Number 2, Deja Vu by Olivia Rodrigo, which, okay, I'm going to admit right now, I'm really not a fan of her writing. Uh-oh, who's here? Hold on a second. No, Frankie. Okay, it's okay. Sorry, guys. There's somebody next door and Frankie's going crazy. Look at her. She's seething. She's seething. It's okay. It's okay. He's just coming to fix something. It's a handyman. That's okay. Frankie, shh. 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 You're okay. Have a seat. Okay. Stay there. Okay, we're going to get back to this. So, as I was saying, I'm not really a fan of Olivia Rodrigo's writing. Well, not because I'm not a fan of her writing. I think it's very catchy. It's really good. I don't like the victimization, how she writes that everything she experiences is a victim. She's in the victim role. And I think that's what this song is about. So the song is called Deja Vu, and it talks about deja vu, right? So especially when you're having the awakening, you kind of feel like, did you, Frankie, no, Frankie, hold on again. Frankie, hey, shh, go lay down. No, don't swish at me. Go sit. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so here we go. So the song's Deja Vu, and it talks about experiencing deja vu. A lot of times we experience deja vu. I've always felt that deja vu is us tapping into our divine blueprint and experiencing something in alignment. So in all dimensions of time and space in all our other lives, we are experiencing that exact same moment. So it's an alignment. So when I experience deja vu, I feel like I'm in alignment. Frankie, calm down. Okay, so the song itself is do you experience deja vu when you're with her? So the song is about, she broke up with this guy and he's with his new girlfriend. And, it's about jealousy because she's jealous that he's taken the new girl to do all these great things that, they used to once do together. And, saying, did you tell her that I'm the one that showed you that restaurant? Or did you tell her that I'm the one that showed you how to play Billy Joel or something like that? And in that sense, I'm seeing it as like, you got to let that stuff go. When a person's in a new relationship, of course, they learn from previous partners and they share that with their new partners. It's normal to have these moments, right, where your partner moves on. So the song itself, to me, is saying, let the past go. Let the past go. Don't repeat things again. And let go of being in the victim role, right? In relationships, the person cheated on me. Let that go. Let it go. It's all a learning lesson. And sometimes that cheating is a karmic reward from our past life. So letting that go. Okay. Number 3. This is interesting. So it was "Don't Bring Me Down" by Electric Light Orchestra, ELO. Yellow. And it says, "Don't bring me down. No, no, no." And it sounds like he's saying Bruce at the end of "Don't Let Me Down." Don't let me down, Bruce. It's not Bruce, it's Bruce. But it does sound like Bruce. So we got Bruce Wayne that came through twice. So something about Batman. The Dark Knight. So the Dark Night of the Soul. A lot of people are experiencing the Dark Night of the Soul. I think I was kind of experiencing that in a different sense this time around. But that's what I'm seeing. So Electric Light Orchestra. Seeing like a light show, or like a Christmas light show, or like a Halloween light show. Beautiful lights. I'm also seeing it as, there's a movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and the UFOs, they use the lights to speak. So I'm seeing that, like UFOs and the lights, like unified with music, like okay. And don't bring me down. So don't let the past bring you down. Don't let others bring you down. You know, you are responsible for your emotions, right? So if somebody's in a freaking bad mood and they're yelling at you, you're responsible for how you react. It's reaction, right? Your emotion and what you put into it. And you can, when people are like that, I've learned to just laugh, because I'm not going to let their bad mood interfere with my good vibes, right? So, okay. Number 4 was "Higher Ground" by Stevie Wonder. Teachers keep on teaching, world keep on turning. So reaching a higher ground, reaching a higher state of awareness. But I'm also seeing reaching higher ground, like when there is a flood or like a tsunami, right? A wave of emotions, reaching that higher ground, taking that higher road. So don't bring me down and higher ground. Like, don't let people bring you down. Take the high road. Don't stoop to people's level. Okay, Stevie Wonder. And what's interesting, we'll get to number 7, but Faith No More, they also sing a version of Higher Ground. And Faith No More came through at number 7. So that's pretty interesting. So number 4, Higher Ground. Number 5, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, by James Taylor. I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. You were better to me than I was to myself. I want to stop and thank you, baby. I just want to stop and thank you, baby. So, how sweet it is to be loved by you. And this is about being grateful for those people that really love you and honor them with gratitude, right? And the song itself is also about deja vu. So, experiencing relationships. I'm seeing like past life connections coming back and experiencing things again. Okay. Number 6 is "The Warmth" by Incubus. Don't let the world bring you down. Not everything is that fucked up and cold. Remember why you're here, and while you're alive, experience the warmth before you go. So, not everybody here is that fucked up, right? Not everybody here is here to hurt you. You know, I'm seeing family, right? Sometimes your family is the most toxic challenge that you got to deal with, right? So, experience the warmth before you go. Number 7, here we go. And 777, it was a repeating number. And I'm seeing, so it was Faith No More Epic. Once again, they also sang Higher Ground. So, You want it all, but you can't have it. It's in your face, but you can't grab it. What is it? Is it? What is it? So the faith no more, right? It's at number 7. Number 7 is about faith, and faith no more talks about not having faith in your manifestations, in your prayers coming true to fruition, in your dreams, not having faith. Frankie! This girl, oh my goodness. Picked the right time. Hey, get over here. Let's go. You quit barking now. Come on. You're going to stay on this. You're going to sit here and you're going to do this reading with me. You sit right there. You don't get off. Okay. So this is about having faith, right? Things are changing. So the 1010 is all about a new beginning, a new start, a new spiritual elevated start, right? Because it's not 1, but it's got the 0, so it's a new spiritually elevated, a spiritual rebirth. So, and it's also the harvest time. So harvesting what you have sown, what you have planted the past year, coming to fruition here. So, okay, number 8 was Feel No Pain by Sade. I've had this ongoing migraine for the past 3 months now, and I sometimes don't have faith that the pain will stop or that I'll heal, and I just have to have faith. Stay there. You quit being a bad girl. Come here, Bad Girls Club. Say hi. You sit right here, okay? So, feel no pain. Just asking the universe. I just don't want to be in pain anymore. I'm done being in pain, whether this is love or physical pain or just in life. Numbing yourself. Finding ways to numb yourself that don't involve alcohol or drugs or toxic patterns, right? Okay, and number 9, The Promise. I love that it was Feel No Pain and then The Promise, because I'm almost seeing like somebody in like AA or something. So The Promise is when in Rome. So when in Rome, do as Romans do. I'm fine, but I was just thinking of the right words to say. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be, but if you wait a while, I'll make you fall for me. I promise you, I will. So, the promise, something about a promise, making a promise, maybe a promise to change, behaviors, behavior patterns, etc. And this is all about wish fulfillment too, right? Promises, wish fulfillment, having faith in your wishes coming true and your dreams coming true. Let's see. Okay, and number 10, the final one, because I just did 10 for 10. Hey, sit down, Frankie. It was Eyes by Rufus. Take your hands off the wheel. So what do we do when we take our hands off the wheel? Jesus, take the wheel, right? That means I have faith. I'm taking my hands off this wheel. I'm just going to let faith and the universe take me. So to let go of control. Let go of the control, thinking you have to control everything. Sometimes things you need to relinquish the control. And then the next one, the next part was, I've never been one to wait, so give me your everything. And I see myself in your eyes. So when we reach the ascension process, when we reach the awakening process, we realize that I am you and you are me, and you see yourself in the eyes of everybody that you meet. Even people that you have a disdain for, inside them, there is a spark, there is a light, there is something in them that is a part of you. And it's hard for a lot of people to process that, especially with like murderers, right? child molesters, sex traffickers, etc. It's almost hard to fathom that that person could be an aspect of you, but they are all just aspects of you experiencing their own reality. They're experiencing their own traumas and their own karma and their own dharma. So they're all just aspects of you experiencing it differently, and it's about not judging that process, because that's the journey that they're on. So that's it. And eyes. Hold on a second here. So eyes, right? Eyes are the windows to the soul. Looking into somebody's eyes and seeing, the light. I keep seeing the light. Shine your light. The light that is within you. Okay, so that's it with the songs. Let me see if I can do a correlation here. The warmth in your eyes with the song. The higher you. Somebody said, posted something and it said, you don't want to be your highest self or your best self. You want to be your happiest self. And that makes a lot of sense. But my highest self is the happiest self. So it kind of goes together. So, when you're striving to be the best, you're telling yourself that you're not the best yet. So just believe that you already are the best. You already are your highest version. You already are your happiest self. Everything externally is just externally. You yourself are responsible for your own happiness. Okay, and that was that for the song. So let's get to the cards. We're gonna see what are we working on. Let's do these first. So yesterday, or on 10/10, I actually had pulled a card, 2 cards that I wanted to start with, and it was the Dreamer, Archangel Metatron, 000. So the Fool. And Metatron, because Metatron's been coming through. And I literally have some screen grabs on my phone from the drive that I did to Westlake Village, and there was a license plate that said 00000. My sister was in the car with me, and I took a picture of it, so it's on my phone. But I was like, what the heck, 000? And then another one went by, and it said 314-0000. So to me, that's pi and infinite opportunities. The universe presenting you with infinite opportunities, and starting fresh, right? If you look at him, it's him and his dog, and he is kind of like in a bubble, like he's divinely protected. So no matter what, if he takes that leap of faith, there's the universe is going to catch him, and he just has to just take that leap of faith, right? Oh, sorry, Frankie. Hey, you want to sit right here? There you go. Good girl. See, you can be a good girl. Okay, so 0, we were talking about 0 point. A leap of faith, follow your dreams and unexpected opportunities. And I have been seeing another repeating thing that I was getting was the doors. Doors opening, and you closing doors behind you, right? So I was also seeing the Doors, the band, for some reason, like break on through to the other side. Okay, so what else am I seeing here? I see the unicorn, right, representing the higher aspect of the horse. The 7th dimensional horse is the unicorn, and so when I think of horses, I think of freedom, leaving something behind and just being free, which was also a great synchronicity for me, because my passport finally, my replacement passport finally arrived, and I felt this whole year, I lost it last year, I felt like I couldn't go anywhere because I was waiting for this dang passport to get here. And it finally arrived, so it's like I feel like I'm free. So now that the car broke down, I guess I could just leave, right? Because I don't have to take a car with me now. So I can just go wherever I want. Okay, and then the next card that I had pulled out was Ancient Wisdom. These are great. This is a great card. It's representing the ancient wisdom, that 0 point. When you get into that 0 point, you kind of download information that comes from the soul star, right? It comes through the crown. That ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge, these Akashic records, right? Just tapping into that wisdom. And the thing with the Akashic records is, people think that I saw somebody posting that they were offering certified Akashic record reader, whatever. I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't believe in certifications. I just, to me, I've learned more from a person who's never been certified and just did their own research and their own passion for it than somebody who did a certification class for something. And the Akashic Records, all you need to do to access them is to meditate. That's it. So if somebody's trying to charge you to do something that you already naturally can do on your own, that's what bothers me sometimes. People taking advantage of people that are awakening and that want to heighten their abilities, and you know. So eventually when I'm ready, I'm going to be offering free Reiki attunements. So there will be no charge for it. Once I'm in a place where I'm able to facilitate that. Okay, so now so we got that. Let's start again here. We're going to shuffle here and see. So that was the energy for the 10-10. And what is for today? What are we going into the rest of this October until 11/11? Balance. Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation. Cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So I love this card in itself. Because there's a lot of these blue flowers in there. I forgot what they're called. They look almost like morning glories. And it's the number 5 representing freedom. Again, once again, one second. Oop. Hello from Denmark. Hello from California, Denmark. Okay, so I like this card in itself because he's pouring from one cup to the other, right? Because both cups need to be balanced. Right, so this is I'm almost seeing it like Libra, like the scales being weighed, and I'm also seeing it as another thing that was coming through a lot was the name Ma'at, who was the Egyptian goddess, who was the goddess of truth and justice, right? Weighing the scales, balancing yourself, balancing your emotions, balancing your physical body, mind, body, spirit. I am very guilty of not staying as balanced as I would like. But it doesn't matter. And I've learned that my awakening happened when I was at my lowest point, when I was not exercising, when I was not eating right, none of that mattered. I awoke. And so it really doesn't, the balance is more of a thing to, an upkeep. It's not a necessity for awakening or for heightened psychic ability. None of that is necessary. It just is, right? So perfect timing. So I'm seeing travel, waiting for a perfect time to move, because 5 is about movement. So I'm seeing waiting for the perfect timing for that. Finding a place that is balanced, that is everything that you need. I'm almost seeing like Mama Bear, the 3 bears. It's perfect. This was not so good. This was not so good, but this was perfect. So finding that happy medium, that happy balance. Right, Frankie? Scolecite. Yes. So peace. Finding that peace, finding that balance. I'm seeing the number 2, even though that was the 5. I'm seeing 222. Balance, peace, harmony. Finding that balance and that peace within. Moving to a place that will give you peace. Finding that inner peace. Scolecite is a great crystal when you need to meditate and you're in a chaotic environment and you need to be able to tap into peace, because a lot of people think that you need silence to meditate, and when you've actually mastered a little bit of meditation, you can meditate anywhere. Nothing's going to distract you because you're able to tune inward, and kind of everything that's around you kind of just plays like a melody around your head. Scolecite, peace. Let's see what else we got here. Got all my cards. Oh yeah, these. Let's see. Okay. It's dark in here. Fill up your well. Retreat, rest, and refuel. Okay, I love this. I love this because these 3 go together. And I'm going to get this other one as well. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are. So here we go. These all 3 go together. So we got the balance, right? The peace, love, harmony, finding the peace within, finding the balance within. Then we got peace, right? Finding that peace within. Then we got fill up your well, retreat, rest, and refuel. Then we got align your life, what is no longer alignment with who you truly are. So letting go of the people, places, and things that no longer bring you peace, or that, not necessarily that no longer bring you peace, but that disrupt your peace. We all deserve to live in a peaceful place, right? So align your life. And I love this piece. This is what this is reminding me is of defragmentation. So defragmentation is when we experience trauma, sometimes our soul gets defragmented, and a lot of times we give of ourselves to others, and we almost feel defragmented. So when I had my awakening, I felt like I was pixelated. I was not real. It looked almost like that. And I had to kind of like harness all these pieces and bring myself to make myself solid again. So this is about calling back all the pieces that you have lost in your life. See this thing? Here we go. Calling back all the pieces that you have lost in your life, right? And bringing yourself back into alignment. So I like that it came through with the rest, retreat, and refuel. So going on a trip, going on an adventure, going somewhere where you're going to be able to align with who you are. That's going to bring you peace. That's going to bring you balance, right? And I love this card because it looks like she's somewhere. It says fill up your well. So, you know, along with the align your pieces. So that defragmentation, filling yourself back up. And a lot of flowers here as well, but I'm seeing a beach. It almost looks like a mirage, right? Illusions, being stuck in illusions and letting things go that no longer. So when our third eye awakens, right, we kind of sometimes have delusions and get stuck in illusions and delusions. And so that's why it's imperative to balance. So we got the balance card over here to balance your chakras, right? We don't want an overactive third eye chakra, because then we get stuck in conspiracy theories. We get stuck in all these things, and we want to be able to see the truth clearly and not with clouded glasses. So take some time to retreat, rest, refuel yourself. I'm almost hearing like bathe yourself in like salt water, but I'm also seeing the bathing of a white light coming through, bathing yourself in white light in a meditation. And roses, representing devotion to love to yourself, right? Not just to others, but yes. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so let's get another card. And I said I wasn't gonna do cards. I was just gonna do the music, but hey, let's just do it because this is actually resonating. Taking a trip somewhere, taking a fall adventure, an autumn adventure. Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So this is definitely, see how she's like ascended in a bubble? So it's almost like she's disconnected. So I'm seeing like the need to be grounded into reality, the need to be grounded in earth. That's coming through a lot with this third eye chakra, right? Like stepping away from delusions and illusions. You know, let's take for example a lot of, you know, the hero's journey or the hero complex, where we think that we're here to save the world. You know, that can sometimes turn into can sometimes be a delusion. You cannot physically fly because it's earth, right? You are a human body and humans do not fly, but you can get in a plane and fly, right? So it's about stepping into reality. What can I actually do on earth, right? I can magically make things happen. I am a magic manifester. I can do these things, right? So tapping into the realistic nature of what you can actually accomplish here on earth. So, and I'm seeing also the aura, right? This beautiful, it almost looks like an egg, like the cosmic egg. I have been seeing a cosmic egg as well. The 000 to me is like the cosmic egg. You are divinely protected. The circle of trust. So going somewhere that is that will ground you, like taking a trip somewhere that will ground you, whether this in nature, something that has some sort of water source, whether this is a lake or a river or a beach, but something like that. Okay, let's see what else we got. Got a lot of cards here. Oh, I wanted to do these because I have been getting a lot of Egyptian stuff. So we were talking about Ra, Re, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, the scales of music. Isolt. I really don't know how to pronounce her name. All this time that I've had these cards, and I haven't learned. But I love this because I've already have a few cards. No, more than cards. Almost every card has these beautiful flowers. We had the morning glories, the blue. They look like morning glories. It could be something else. Then we had a lot of roses on this one. And here we have more flowers, more roses. And usually I only receive like roses and flowers and stuff during the springtime, so it's very interesting that they're coming through now. So the love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So I'm going back to, here we go. I'm going back to the Olivia Rodrigo song, right? The Deja Vu song. Despite the circumstances, so I was talking about people that can't let go of their exes, and despite them being with somebody else, you still have a connection and a bond, because love is eternal. And it's also past life connections, right? So there's also people from your past lives that you are connected to, and that you receive signs and synchronicities about in another realm. So in the term of letting things go gracefully, so with relationships especially, you let them go gracefully. You don't let them go with anger or whatever, even if they hurt you, or you hurt them. Forgiveness is a big thing to moving forward and to healthier relationships beyond that. So letting relationships go on good terms while you have the chance, instead of holding on, trying to control and hold on to something that does not serve you, just because you've been with somebody for a very long time and you feel that, oh well, I've already been with them for so long. So this is about seeing relationships differently now, and in growing and learning. There was times where I felt like being with one person for the eternity. I had that mindset of like, I need to find that one love that I can be with forever. But you don't grow in that sense, right? I've had many loves in my life, and I've grown tremendously from every relationship that I've been in, even the ones that have hurt me. And I would never go back and change it, because they all made me who I am now. So it's about appreciating every relationship, and not every relationship is meant to be eternal, though the love is eternal, right? Because love never dies. And I'm going to read Isolt. I'm going to see how you pronounce her name. Such a beautiful card. She's right next to Isis. So, how do you pronounce it? Isolt. Isolt, like Zoltar. Zoltar, the wish granter from the movie Big. So, when it comes to masters of the heart, your help is here. It's all around you and also inside you. Your inner wisdom may seem quieted by any pain that you feel, yet be assured that the healing you're undergoing is swift and efficient, and you truly are healing from the inside out. First, your heart must heal from its grief, loneliness, and any feelings of betrayal. That's exactly what I was talking about with the Olivia Rodrigo song that came through at the beginning of the reading. So this can take some time, so be patient with yourself. I was talking about patience as well. Treat yourself as you would any ailing person, with caution, gentleness, and tenderness. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't call yourself stupid. Oh, why was I so stupid? Or why did I do this? Like, let that go. Next, get yourself out into the world. Not in a harsh fashion, but with outings to parks, forests, and such. Yes, this is what came through with the other cards, which are essential to lightening your outlook. Nature is the great healer you see. Oh, nature is the great healer, you see. But you can see. And I think when you're in nature, it heightens your abilities, right? It connects you further. That's why I'm frequently amidst the flowers and the trees. Although they may seem quiet on the outside, they're quite talkative when you breathe and simply ingest their magical tones and conversation. Spend time among the forest and the trees, as well as plants and the animals, and you'll regain your foothold upon this planet. You'll receive your sense of spirit and your desire to tread among the living once again. So getting out of that hermit mode, right? I know I've been in this hermit mode for the past, since 2017. I've been in this hermit mode, and I'm finally kind of getting out of it. My car happened to break down as I was like getting out of it, but everything happens for a reason. You'll revive your sense of spirit and your desire to tread among the living once again. I promise you that your heart will mend. It will mend. It's like italic letters. And that you'll also help others in this fashion along the way. So the various meanings from this card are love from your romantic partner is eternal regardless of outward appearances. So definitely seeing like soulmate, twin flame connections, right? The love is eternal despite the circumstances, how it may seem on the exterior. You're healing from a breakup, so maybe some of you guys are letting go or healing from past pains and breakups from the past. It could be even a breakup from like 10 years ago. It could be like a 20-year, maybe your first love, right? You never actually really healed from it. And so this is the process of all that finally coming up to the surface to be healed. You're healing from some other type of loss, so that could also be grief, healing from a loss of a pet, a family member. Friendships, right? Letting go of friendships. Letting go of old relationships to make room for new ones. Yes. So if you want great love, what's that old saying? In order to have something great, you have to let go of something good. Okay. So letting go of old relationships, old relationship patterns as well, your own shitty patterns that you have in relationships, letting that go as well. Being honest with yourself, saying, shit, I do this, and I do that, and sometimes I might have a little jealousy, or I might have a little this, and letting that go, right? Because everything that is meant for you will be for you. And if the universe finds a way to take it from you, it's because it was not meant for you, because it's making room for something better. And I feel like I'm doing like a hand musical here. Okay. The love that you sent into the world is an important part of your divine purpose. Yes, love, love, love. So that was coming through over here with some of the songs about love, and seeing the love in everybody and everything and everyone. Your deceased loved one is happy and sends you love. So if you've lost somebody once again, the love is eternal. It is undying, and they'll always be there. And it's a little difficult when you're a medium, because people that pass away, they're constantly there and they're constantly trying to communicate, and so you have to like learn how to shut it off, so to speak. So anyways, Izolt was her name, Izolt, which is interesting because it even says E-Y-E. Well, it's not zooming. It's not, it's blurry. But the last song that came through, number 10, was Eyes by Rufus. So, I see myself in your eyes. This legendary Celtic goddess was caught in a tragic love triangle between her husband, King Mark of Cornwall, and Sir Tristan, a handsome noble knight. Throughout the scenario, Izolt was courageous in dealing with her respect for her husband and her profound love for Tristan. Today, Izolt helps us through the corridors of relationship love, including familial, romantic, parental, and friendship. She reminds us that regardless of the situation, our love is real, powerful, and undying. Call upon Izolt whenever you need help with any relationship, including your connection with departed loved ones and with yourself, right? Having that unconditional love for yourself. Okay, so Izolt, thank you, Frankie. Oh, you gonna be a good girl now? You wanna get down now? Say bye, everybody. I'm being a good girl now. Hopefully. Okay, I needed to make room on my desk, and she was taking up all the space. Okay, so let's keep going. I see myself in your eyes. I got that song in my head. And the lyric that stood out for that song for Rufus, he says, "I've never been one to wait, but I see myself in your eyes." And it's almost like waiting for something because you know that that's what you're waiting for, that perfect counterpart of yourself, somebody who's just as funny as you, who's just as smart as you, who's just as compassionate as you, that connection, right? Waiting for that. But in the process, you know, we experience other relationships that aren't probably meant to be for a long period of time because they teach us lessons, and sometimes they're just fun, right? Sometimes it's just fun. Oh my God, yes, guys. So look at who came through. Serapis Bay. Look at that. There's the sun, that Ra, right? He's another version of Ra. Move in its ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. So this is the Ascension card. I love he's got the 2 cobras. Not only that, he's got the infinity sign on his forehead representing eternal life. He's got all this beautiful, you know, he's got this cobra thing, and it's got turquoise. It's a turquoise color representing the higher heart chakra, right? But also the throat chakra, the communication, being able to communicate your talents, your abilities, your creativity, your self-expression. He's got he's got the wings behind him as well, right? Representing his ability to fly, but also to shield those that he loves. We got 2 cobras on the side here. So I love that because they represent, that's the ascension. That is the Kundalini awakening. The coaxing the cobra out of, you know how they have the pottery jar? And they have the little flute, and they kind of coax him out of it with music, right? That's how you get the Kundalini to rise, is through music and movement. So if you're wanting to have, you know, a Kundalini awakening, that's one of the processes, and also the process of manifestation. But cobras also represent shedding of the old skin and being rebirthed. And then, of course, he's got the big, it's not just gold representing the ascension, but he's got the sun right on the center, which is the Ra. So I'm actually going to read Serapis Bay. So, because Ra has been coming through a lot. I'm like, what is sis boom ba? Ra, ra, ra. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Serapis Bay is the light keeper in charge of ascension. He once served as a priest in Luxor, Egypt, helping those passing on to cross over into the light. Now so before I continue, it reminds me of the handbook for the recently deceased Beetlejuice. So I keep seeing Beetlejuice. When, you know, that's kind of like what I do. It's difficult, right? People come to me, a lot of people that have had near-death experiences, or awakenings of, like, you know, whether they did like ayahuasca or they had a mushroom journey or whatever. Somehow I come across them, or they come across me. Somehow, some way our paths cross, and it's like I guide them through the process of what they're going through. Oh my God, I got something in my eyeball. Anyway, hold on, I'll finish this in a second. Got something in my eye. Oh my God, and the song was I see myself in your eye. I can't get it out. Hold on, I need a better mirror. There it is. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. The eye. Okay, so the eye, guys, the song that came through was I See Myself in Your Eyes, the eye of Ra, the eye of Horus, the third eye, the left eye. So I'm seeing left eye from TLC. Still there. It's still there. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so the eye of Ra. So it's interesting. You know, that's deep intuition. That's deep deep knowing, deep understanding of things. So now he is a presence we can call on in order to ascend. Ascension means rising up. It reminds us the story of Christ being resurrected after death. This means that Serapis Bey can guide us from the lowest states of being back to the light. His energy is almost like that of a phoenix. And what is 1010? I said at the beginning, 1010 is the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's like, I almost see it as twice. The phoenix rising from the ashes twice. Two phoenixes, 1010, rising from the ashes. So balance, I'm seeing balance. I'm seeing two people that are rising together equally, like, right? Frequency-wise, they're on the same frequency, rising together. They're on the same ladder, almost like they're on, one side of the ladder and one side of the ladder, and they're both rising at exactly the same time. Balance. His energy is almost like that of a phoenix, giving us the support to move out of our own hell or darkness into a space that supports our growth. So, yes, that's another thing. I literally was just talking about this. I was telling somebody, they were saying, what is hell? Does hell and heaven exist? And I said, yeah, it's in your head. It's a state of mind. When I had my awakening, I experienced hell. I saw hell because our third eye opens up and we're able to see superimposed dimensions. But these are all dimensions that we created. So everything that you've ever thought of or in your mind, it exists in this universe, in this world that is a dimension. And I experienced that, and I had to get myself out of it. It was not fun. And my journey almost stopped there. But then I remembered in the movie What Dreams May Come, he says, if you're going through hell, you keep going. So I kept going, and then after I went through that fear, whoa, it was amazing, and it was an amazing experience, and I sometimes wish I can go back and experience it all over again. And we do in certain cases, but I'm so used to it now. I'm so used to this magical world that, when I experience it, it's just like, it's normal to me, where other people are barely waking up and they're like, holy shit, what's happening? And I almost get a little bit jealous of like, oh, I wish I can go back to that. So, extended message. The stars cannot shine without darkness. You may have experienced a low state of being, trauma, or depression, but this is a new beginning. Become aware of growth. There is always room for improvement. There is also a sense of presentation now. You may be receiving documentation or certification. Oh my God, as I was talking about certification and how I hate certificates. I don't hate them. I just don't think that they're necessary. You wouldn't be as strong, powerful, or focused as you are today. You are ascending personally and spiritually at this time, and the universe is here to support it. So you are ascending. You are moving up. You're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. So moving up in the world, guys, moving up in the world. So you're aligning. Things are aligning your life. Things are aligning the defragmentation, right? You were fragmented, and now everything is coming back to you. Like all the pixels and things, it's almost like it's coming back to form, to make you solid again. All the parts that you gave away, they are coming back. Let's keep going. The Air Guardian. Shift your perception. I love the Air Guardian. She almost looks like Katy Perry. I love it that she's got this beautiful bronze, almost gold color headdress with this beautiful crystal in the center representing enlightenment. She's golden, and she's got wings as well. So the Air Guardian, we think of air signs, I guess, would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But also breath work. Seeing breath work. And all this blue surrounding her representing communication, right? She's flying. She's flying in the blue. Flying in her creativity. Being inspired. Being creatively inspired. Let's see. The Air Guardians are all, they're the guardians and messengers in this particular deck. So change the way you think and you will change your whole reality. Yes. The Air Guardian represents the angels of the air element. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. So this is perfect. Going along with that Olivia Rodrigo song that I hate, the Deja Vu song. I don't hate it. I just strongly dislike it. going back to that, right? These intruding thoughts of the past, of exes and all this stuff, and letting that shit go. Because not everybody is your ex, right? Not everybody is your past. Everybody is a new experience. And it's all in your head, right? Everything that you're thinking is all in your head. Hi, Gabby. So, they're guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. So, changing the way you think will help you to ascend. When this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You are being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. If you are being challenged or feel that your lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You are being guided to open your eyes and your mind. So you are a powerful manifester. You can manifest things into reality. So the process of manifesting these things is your mind has to match it. Your mind has to match the reality that you want. And if you're constantly thinking negative things, I'm never going to do this, I'm never going to do that, blah, 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 this person's this person's that, this is the reality that you're going to receive. So, I mean, we all know that. Everybody that's on this video right now knows that. So, you're being guided to open your eyes and your mind. So, the eyes, my eye earlier, I had something in my eye. I had to take it out so I can see clearly, right? And it hurt like a bitch. It did. But I did it. So I'm probably going to have like something. Anyway. So yeah, sometimes opening your eye and seeing clearly can hurt, and it can be a little painful, but that's the process of lifting the illusion off of things, is that when we see the truth, it can be a little painful. So like I was saying, seeing into the hell dimension, right? That was scary for me. I didn't want to see that. But it's something that exists, and I had to see it and move past it and move beyond it, letting go of the fear to move beyond it. And then when I moved beyond it, magic happened. So getting beyond your fears and passing through them. So opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you are ready to do the internal work to support them. So opportunities, I was saying that at the beginning of the reading, the doors kept coming through, the doors of opportunity, opening. You decide which door you want to go into. You got to use your intuition. What is more aligned with what you want and what you want to do, and where you want to be and where you want to go. There's opportunities, and you have to be open-minded, right? Maybe it's something that you didn't think that you wanted. You're like, oh, I don't know. But then you do it anyway, and it turns into something more fabulous than you had expected. But sometimes things fail in order for things to grow from that, right? Sometimes you got to fertilize stuff with shit in order for it to grow. And sometimes we go through shit in order to grow. So, okay, here we go. There was another deck that I wanted to use and I cannot recall. Coming apart. Oh my god, yes! So what did I say? Things have to fall apart sometimes for other things to come together. So coming apart. Number 46, so 10. There's the 10 again. So the phoenix rising from the ashes. I love this because it looks, I was talking about balance. So I'm seeing this as balance, but it also looks to me like, is it lungs? It looks like lungs. So breathing, breath work. Breath work was coming through earlier, and I'm seeing lungs. So taking the time to breathe. I noticed that when I am when I have anxiety, or like right before this video, I have to really sit down and breathe because I can't catch my breath. I get really nervous and I get really anxious, and breath work. And it also helps to open up my pathway, my intuition. So breathing, taking time to do breath work. A great one is the 7-4-7 method. 7 minutes inhale, 4 minutes hold, 7-minute exhale. But in the process of doing the 7-4-7, you stop counting and you just naturally do the rhythm, because if you continue counting, you're using too much of the left brain. So you want to go with the natural flow. I'm almost seeing like a person that's when they're in a coma and they have the breathing machine. That's what the breathing machine does. It's a perfect count. It's a perfect count. So it's almost like you're restarting your system. Hi, Eli. Okay, so another thing that I'm seeing about this card, masks, right? These look like masks. Masks coming off. Seeing people's true colors, right? So we were talking about the eyes and your eyes opening up, seeing the truth in situations, and now, so you are seeing the truth, right? You're experiencing people, and their masks are coming off because people can no longer hide who they are. It's almost like it's being presented to you so you can see the truth. And look, they've got their backs to each other, like they're not talking, because the masks came off. They're like, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't be talking anymore. But this is about new beginnings and seeing the truth behind people and letting people go that no longer serve. And that's been a theme for a while. Since 2020, that's been a theme. I think this whole process is to allow people to see the truth about situations, to hone their intuition, and to really start moving into the world that they want to live in. But I'm still going back to this Katy Perry card. She looks like Katy Perry. So bronze, golden, that Christ consciousness energy, right? I'm seeing like the aura, a gold aura. Let's see, what else do we got? What else do we got? Oh, here we go. We're going to do the numerology cards. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I just said golden. You are golden. You are golden. You are golden. And look at, it's number 13, number 4. So at the beginning, I talked about a repeating number was 13 and 31 and 444 and 422, 22. Here's 13. Lucky number 13. This girl, this brunette girl in 13. So I love this card because it's gold. And I was just talking about Christ consciousness and the gold and letting go of the fears, right? Because we have the beautiful red here. And the red is saying to you, let's go back to, where did it go? I don't know where the card went. It was, oh yeah, in the beginning, because I reshuffled again. But remember, the Fool card came through, and he was wrapped, and he was protected. And so, I'm seeing that you are protected, right? You are protected. And the yellow is all about your willpower to, you know, whenever I see this is about your self-confidence. Your self-confidence to believe in yourself and to believe in your abilities. Your original and creative ideas. Whenever I see the 1 and the 3, they're magic to me together. Because it's talking about building a solid foundation based on your original ideas and your creativity. So this is about that gold energy, that the solar plexus, and actually moving forward, taking action, and letting go of the fear, right? Sometimes the red can represent fear, but it also can represent your passions, what you're passionate about, and letting you know that you are safe, you are taken care of, right? Just keep following the path of your creative talents and your creative abilities. I love this card. And of course, it's got the Merkaba, right? Our light body. Electric Light Orchestra came through earlier with, you know, I was seeing a light show, like a Christmas light show or like a Halloween light show, and I'm seeing it again, like electric light body. And I'm almost seeing that Sing the Body Electric from the Twilight Zone as well. Sing the Body Electric. Ugh. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I was trying to figure out, oh, here they are. I want to see, we're still seeing what we're working on, so I'm definitely seeing a lot of solar plexus activity. So you might be having some stomach issues happening. Solar plexus. Spread kindness. Oh my gosh. Okay, so at the beginning, we were talking about truth and kindness. And I said truth without kindness or tactfulness is cruelty. So be kind. And this is talking about be kind to yourself as well. I love it that she's got a beautiful heart in her hair, and she's got a basket full of hearts, spreading love and kindness to the world, working on your compassion, working on your heart chakra, working on your forgiveness, letting things go. So we were talking about exes, right? Forgiving exes, letting go of exes, letting go of trauma from exes and relationships from the past, letting that go, and moving into a new earth, a new world, with a new appreciation for every experience that you had. Okay. Where is it? Here we go. So, forgiveness, letting go, compassion for yourself, loving yourself, self-love, saying you are worthy. So I'm seeing it with the yellow and the red here. So you are worthy of great love. You are worthy of great things. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Oh, I love it. One of my favorite crystals, lepidolite. Lepidolite. I don't even know how to say it. Anyways, and it's number 44. So 44 again. Foresight. Your intuition, right? Seeing things before they happen. This is, like I was explaining to you guys. My intuition is 24 to 48 hours usually. I see something one day and then I see it in my mind. I see it one day and then the next day it's there. But it can be a month, it can be 3 months, it can be a year. Usually it's never more than a year. So I'm seeing that because I'm also saying conscious feeling. So like I was talking about earlier about a person being in a coma, right? When a person's in a coma, they have the breathing machine breathing for them. And so they're not consciously breathing. They're on automatic. And conscious feeling, they'll grab a pen to kind of poke them or whatever, so they see if they can feel something. And so I think a lot of times we experience or we do things because we want to feel, whether this is alcohol or this is, smoking weed or, whatever we want to feel. Sometimes people will start fights with other people because they want to feel something, right? They want to feel whatever. So conscious feeling, but this is not exactly what this means. Lepidolite is a great crystal for depression. As you become, as an empath, we can be prone to being quite depressed. You see the world around you, and it can be very painful, and we feel it. So as you learn to master your empathy, you learn to create this bubble around you, and you'll still feel the impression of it in your energetic biofield, but it will not be absorbed. And so I think a lot of people in the journey, in the beginning of it, they absorb all this stuff and then they're losing their marbles and they're depressed and they're sad and they're going through the dark night of the soul. So as you learn to work with your light body and work with your field, you learn to be able to bounce those things off. Yes, you still feel the impression of them, but they do not absorb into your energetic field. So lepidolite. And so it is. Life goes easy on me most of the time. Here it is. Okay, if lepidolite has come to you today, you are being asked to follow your heart. At this time in your life, feelings are being united with your thoughts. If you stay true to your feelings, look at, yes, the heart. She's got all the hearts. She's got a heart basket full of hearts that she's passing out to everybody. If you stay true to your feelings, everything will follow its true path, allowing the manifestation of your goals. Lepidolite often appears when choice, confusion, or depression has led to a lack of action in life. Oh, amen. And I was talking about this card is about depression. She is gentle, loving motivation towards that which we came to earth to achieve, but have temporarily forgotten or lost track of. Search your heart in a logical way, and the real answers are there. They always have been. This is a powerful contact stone for female ascended beings and archangelic hierarchy. My thoughts and emotions are united and in harmony with purpose. And the animal totem is the manta ray. The manta ray, guys, another freaking ray. How many more rays am I gonna have? Ray, 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 ray. So conscious feeling, thoughts and feelings, balance. So another balance card, balancing your emotions, balancing your mind, body, and spirit, following your heart, letting go of stress, Hilarion, ascended master Hilarion, children of the light, making through the heart. So things from the heart, creating from your heart. This is a very magical portal right here, guys. Hey, Gilbert. This is a very magical portal. This thing right here. This thing is it's a time traveler. It can take you places that you never thought you can go. You can pull things out of it that you never knew existed. It is a beautiful experience. And I was talking to somebody about, somebody messaged me, and we were talking about time not being linear and time travel. And a lot of people think that you have to get into this machine and this, no, but you time travel through your mind. It's all mental. And, you know, this is why they say when you time travel, you can't mess things up when you're time traveling, because it changes the space-time continuum. And so a lot of the times when we do go back in time in our mind and we do energy healing for the past, so let's say we do childhood healing, all of a sudden our timelines change, because we're changing the past. I know it might sound crazy to some, but it's happened. This is probably why the world is just full of Mandela effects lately. But yeah, so very interesting thing about healing, right? Healing you can heal the past through meditation, through your thoughts, through your memories. It was interesting. Somebody sent me a message today. A friend that I used to work with about 12, 13 years ago. No, so 2011. So that was back in 10, 11 years ago. They sent me a message, and that's the last time this person has messaged me, was 2011. And I saw our last message and our conversation, and I have no idea what we were talking about, who that person is that we were talking about, no memory or recollection. She didn't even know that I remembered her, and that we worked together for years. So things are shifting, memories are changing, people are having memory lapses, memory issues, things that no longer are aligned with us. It's almost like it's being erased from our memory, because that's no longer who we are. Why are we tapping into those lower vibrational energies? So I think I'm not even trying to remember it either, because I just letting it go. But yeah, we were talking crap about somebody, and I was like, who is this person? I don't know this person. I even asked her, and she goes, I don't know who the hell we were talking about. So it was pretty interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do one more Oracle E. I'm guided to do another, and I can't figure out which one I want to do. Oh yeah, we'll do this one. We'll do. I just wanted to do all the chakra ones, because I feel like we're working on healing some stuff. So let's see. What's coming through this portal? 1010. What are we working on? Gratitude. I love that. Okay, guys. Yeah, so we were talking about the kindness and how we were working on compassion and the heart chakra, and this is all about gratitude. Being grateful for the journey, right? Being grateful for the journey. I love that she's pregnant. Not saying somebody's going to be pregnant or anything, but this can be like a project. This can be an art project. This can be a musical project. This could be a painting. This can be a business. Any baby, like something that you're nurturing, that you're and it takes time to grow. And she's grateful for it, right? She's grateful for it, and grateful for the love as well, because I'm seeing this big heart with the vine and two people connected and hugging. Gratitude for your friendships. Gratitude for the people in your life. Gratitude for the exes, right? I was talking about exes with that Olivia Rodrigo song. Gratitude for those experiences, even the ones that cheated on you, right? Because they taught you how it feels, and that you don't want to put somebody through that, right? So these all made you a better you, a higher version of you. Not better, but a more aware and conscious you. So gratitude. And more flowers. So we're getting a lot of flowers, a lot of blue flowers. I'm seeing a lot of blue flowers. This is kind of like more of like an indigo flower. So I'm definitely seeing the third eye. Awakening, seeing things with the eyes of gratitude for every experience that you have experienced. Gratitude. What's your crazy experience, Gilbert? going to do, what was I doing? We're going to do these and this. We've got the gratitude card, right? Working on gratitude, going into the forest, going into nature, and even like, Joshua Tree, or, the desert, anywhere that's quiet, peaceful nature. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. So yes, the self-confidence, the self-love, that's coming through. Self-confidence, self-love. You are worthy of great love. You are worthy of great things. You are worthy of great friendships, partnerships. You're worthy of it all. Oh my God! Rose. Rose. How many cards of these had roses in them? So I'm seeing rose. I'm seeing a rose. I'm seeing anytime I see roses, it's there was a photo that I posted on my Facebook a while back, and it said anytime your twin flame will give you a rose, and no matter what dimension they're in, it'll appear in your reality as a message of love from them, a message of undying love, because love does not die. Where's the Isalt card? Here it is. Whoa, is it raining? Yes. Okay, so interesting that okay, so Gilbert just said, let me read it here. He said, I was reflecting on signs, and some way, somehow, it led up to be similar to my friend's mom, and she has the traits of my mom since she's a Sagittarius, but her mom is a Capricorn, but I'm a Cancer. So yeah, so sometimes what I'm getting from that, sometimes you'll meet people that have been on a similar frequency, right? I was talking about a ladder, and think of a ladder, think of a DNA strand, right? There's one person on this side and one person on this side, and they're both going up this ladder together, this ladder of ascension together, and they've experienced very similar life, very similar experiences. They have very similar type of family members. They have very similar, pasts. And that's that connection, right? You meet them. And this happened to me recently. I went to go to the Huntington Library with some friends, and we were sitting at the table and we were discussing our family. And we all had the exact same mother. And it was so weird. We're like, holy shit, your mom sounds exactly like my mom, and vice versa. And it happened again this Saturday. I went to my friend's art charity auction, and we were talking, and we're like, whoa, we all had we were a similar little kid. We were that same similar type of kid. So it's interesting when you meet people that are your soulmates and your kindred family and your partners in this world, your kindred spirits. You guys have went through a similar experience, and it's that alignment, that frequency alignment with each other. Yeah, very similar traits. And what's interesting is I had moved into my friend, ex-friend, she wanted me to come stay with her, for whatever reason. I went and stayed with her because I wanted to get away from where I was staying. And I went to go stay with her, and it turns out she was exactly like the person I was trying to get away from. And it was like I could not escape it. So eventually I brought myself back to deal with that person, because I knew that was the karma. Like, if I don't heal this now, I'm going to experience this wherever the frick I go after this. So it's about healing what you need to heal now, and just letting it go and moving on from it, right? But knowing that other people have experienced the same experiences as you makes you feel less alone, and it makes you understand the journey a little bit more. Like, okay, we've all been through this. We're all on a very similar journey. It's kind of freaky and it's kind of weird, but it's kind of really cool. So, but I love that we got Rose here. So once again, representing undying love. There's Isolt, like Zoltar from the movie Big. Isolt, and the Rose. I don't think I have the book to this, or do I? Oh, I do. These are really cool, cool little books, or cool little cards. Thank you, Mystical Magpie, for this deck. Rose, Rose, Rose. Ooh, ESP. Oh, 48.49. Whoa. Here we go. Rose. So check out this cool card. It's almost like I could see it like being a beautiful tattoo, but I love that it's got 1, 2, 3 right here. So the number 3, and then it's got the spiral, the golden spiral right there, which I'm wearing. My earrings today are the golden spiral from Lotus Om. Thank you, Lotus Om. So beauty, possibilities, guys, beauty and possibilities. So what was I talking about? The doors of opportunity, the doors, the band, the doors, Jim Morrison, right? Opening the doors of perception, opening the doors of understanding and how you see things, right? Which this thing right here is going to create your reality. This little imagination, right? Imagine is going to create the world that you want to live in. So sadness, heartbreak. So yeah, I'm seeing heartbreak. Some people have went through heartbreak, healing past heartbreak. And like I said, you could have broke up with somebody years ago and thought you healed, but it's coming up to the surface again. And you're like, I thought I healed that already. What the hell's going on? And it's coming up because there's little things that maybe need to still be worked on and looked at and just let go of. So the rose has the honor of being the universal and timeless symbol of love. This card has a rose in full bloom growing out of the rocks and is encircled by 9 small spheres of light. Life force energy. Notice is given to uneven numbers, a symbol with 3 lines, 5 leaves on the stem, 3 balancing stones in the background, and 3 large stones in the foreground, 3, 6, 9. The petals of roses also grow in uneven numbers that overlap. Those uneven numbers symbolize the holy trine, the body, mind, and spirit. Yes, guys, so I was talking about that in the beginning, or the other cards as well. A lot of balance was coming through, mind, body, spirit. So it says, the color green is the energy of the heart. Yes, so we had the green came through for our chakras. The color green is the energy of the heart, and so the rose comes with the overlapping and interlacing of the loves in your life. The loves in your life, family, lovers, pets, partners. How you relate to these loves is important. Examine the way you love. Are you being understanding, compassionate, and gentle? The rose talks to us about beauty at first sight. It may be the outward beauty that attracts us to someone, but we must learn to look much deeper. We can be so distracted by the obvious beauty that we don't see a need for caution. Red flags, right? Somebody's so good looking that, let's say you go out dating people and they're so good looking, but you don't notice the red flags because you're so focused on the outer appearance. It happens. How beautiful is that person on the inside? It is this inner beauty of an individual that becomes the most important aspect, reminding us that we are all unique and beautiful people. So sometimes a person's beauty on the inside radiates on the outside. So always look, I always say the heart portal. Where's this heart? And the eyes, right? The eyes are the windows to the soul. Fragrance is another aspect of the rose. Yes, this is a great, I always say smelling a rose opens up your crown chakra. It's very healing. Fragrance is another aspect of the rose card that may be telling you to stick your nose into aromatherapy. Go out and get a whiff of something new. You might find it very beneficial to smooth those trouble spots. You can see that this rose is growing between the rocks. Some people might view this as an impossibility or a problem, but for you that is not so. What may seem impossible for others becomes a challenge for you. You are often able to find a creative way of solving a situation. Know that you are not between a rock and a hard place, but you are growing in spite of being in that rock. So I guess this is a message I need to hear as I'm out here in San Bernardino. I always feel like it's just desert and rocks and, but you could still grow, right? It's all right here. Addition. Do you often look at a situation and say it's a problem? Just by changing your vocabulary to say that something is a challenge instead of a problem will change your perspective. It will give you a positive outlook on a situation and the opportunity to find a more creative solution. Watch out for a few thorns in your love life. The title of a song, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden, may be appropriate. You may be holding on to love a little too tightly. Have you ever noticed that there is less of a chance of getting pricked if you hold the rose very gently? If you are experiencing a time of sadness in love or have been pricked by a few too many thorns lately, do not worry, it will pass. Sometimes we must allow ourselves to let go of one to be able to hold another. what did I tell you guys at the beginning with the Olivia Rodrigo song? That song is pretty much the basis of this whole reading, Deja Vu. Feel free to go look up those lyrics. But like I was saying, with that song is letting go of the past and the prickly thorns and things, right? It is much easier to hold one rose and miss the thorns than it is to hold several. Remember that summer will come again with a new bed of roses, and you possess the knowledge you need to handle it. Summer has been, the word summer has been coming through a lot as well. Summer has just left us. It is over. And along with that went the heat, so that's refreshing. I used to actually love summer. It used to be my favorite. Season, but now it is autumn, because autumn, there's not a lot of rain and there's not a lot of heat. And in this RV, I gotta only appreciate one season. So okay, so now we're gonna get to our final cards here. We're gonna do the Oracle of E, and then I'll do the heart deck. Okay, and I pulled a card from April and marriage. Marriage, April. And look at more roses. More roses. So the song that came through for 4-1. The number 4-1 has been coming through, right? But the song that came through was April Fools by Rufus Wainwright. Bruce Wayne. Hi, Zeta. Rufus Wainwright. So April Fools. So I'm seeing an April, some sort of a marriage in April. And it doesn't have to be a romantic marriage, but it could be two things coming together. Collaborations coming together. Something coming together in April. So April marriage. Very cool. Let me do one more. That was kind of freaky. Wheel. There's the wheel. So when I think of the wheel, I think of the Wheel of Fortune, things movement, right? Because the wheel has to move, so moving things forward. But in this card, it represents indecisiveness, allowing life to ramble aimlessly, which I can be very guilty of at times. So it's about making a solid plan and movement. So I've seen movement. Okay, so now we're going to do the Oracle of E. I love it. Number 6 from scratch. So number 6 represents love to me, and I love that we've got more sun energy, solar plexus energy. Sun, Ra, the sun god. Ray, the sun god. And when I think of from scratch, I think of a DJ like scratching, but I'm also thinking of like making something from scratch, starting anew, which if this is the 10-10 portal on 10-11 here, this is a new beginning. Starting from scratch, letting go of the past, just saying, okay, I'm done with that. I burn it in the fire and I rise from the ashes like the phoenix, and I'm burning it from scratch and I'm starting over. Letting everything go and starting over. And number 6 is all about balance as well. So balancing the mind, body, spirit. It is also about compassion. So I'm definitely seeing coming from a new compassionate heart, the higher heart chakra opening up, compassion, understanding, and awareness. Congratulations. You've got all the ingredients for every one of your dreams to come true. Everything is now within reach. What are you waiting for? It's not going to bake itself. Quit looking and start cooking. Now that makes me want to eat a cupcake. Now it makes me hungry. Okay, we're going to do our final cards. It's going to be these. Interesting reading. I don't really resonate with much of it, but I'm sure somebody out there does. For the collective, right? Here we go. Oh my gosh. More hearts and more red. This looks like heart. Like the actual inside of a heart. Like a heart. Like heart surgery. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. What? That's exactly what my message from the Olivia Rodrigo song, Deja Vu, was that there is no right or wrong in love. There is just lessons and learning lessons and things that make us, like I said, when I got cheated on in my past relationships, I seen it as a lesson that's I would never do that to somebody because it hurt so much, right? So these are lessons that we learn from other people's actions and behaviors. Let's get another one. No, it's just crazy. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. I love that. Playfulness. That's been coming through a lot. The highest way to raise your vibration, the best way to raise your vibration is through laughter, through playfulness. I love that. And so I keep seeing like a trip, like taking a road trip or like a little adventure to someplace that is naturey, and playing, right? And laughter is the best therapy. So laugh about things. Like, so I try not to take things so seriously. I try not to, when I think about my past, I try to laugh about it. Yes, it's a serious topic. If you're molested as a child, who wants to laugh about that, right? But you find ways to laugh about it. Like, okay, whatever. What did I do in my past life that I deserve that? So this is how you got to just laugh about things and move past them in a playful way, I guess. I think that's the best way that I heal, is to laugh. So if I'm really depressed, I turn on a funny show and I watch something really funny. So playfulness, definitely see. So a marriage in April, that's kind of weird. Okay, and one final, we already got magnificence. Let's get one more. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh my gosh, no limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. And so I was telling you guys that on my drive the other day, I saw a license plate that said 314000. Pi, and then infinite possibilities, right? The cosmic egg, right? You are divinely protected. Beautiful. And I think that's it. So I want to say thank you guys all for joining me and watching. And you're welcome, Aurora. Thank you so much for joining me. The songs, everything will be, I'm going to try to do the timestamp so you guys can, if you need to scroll through the songs. But I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for being here. This is a 10:10. Today's 10:11. This is a portal. This is a portal to a new beginning, a fresh start. I'm seeing a fresh start from scratch. Right? So you be confident in yourself and your abilities. This is what the solar plexus is to me, is your confidence. Letting go of any anger, regret, shame from the past, right? Letting go, like I keep seeing somebody's angry at an ex. Like, let that go, right? This is how you transform things, and how you transform relationships, and how you transform your life. It's just to let things go. So I appreciate all of you guys. I'm excited for the 11/11 portal. I'm definitely going to try to actually do an 11/11 portal reading on 11/11. It all depends on my location and where I'm going to be at the time, but hopefully we can get this going, and I hope to see you guys then. I might do a Halloween reading, I might not. It depends on where I am. So I hope to see you guys all then. Thank you guys all so much for joining me. I love you guys all. Namaste, everybody.